Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Today we have an exciting ACAA matchup between our Mount Allison Mounties and the King's College Blue Devils. Reminder, tonight is senior night, so be sure to cheer extra loud for our amazing Mounties. Now, if you are able, please rise for the playing of the national anthem. Now, introducing the visiting team. Number 5, Kai Raphael. Number 7, Grace Gordon. Number 8, Sydney Ford Pitts. Number 10, Harvey Betts. And number 20, Alyssa. And now, for your Mount Allison Mounties, number 5, Jake Gilmore. Number 6, Grace Lee. Number 8, Emma Roberts. Number 10, Montana Hanson. 14,
Good afternoon and welcome to Sackville, New Brunswick, the campus of Mount Allison University. I'm Dave Tingley, class of 99, joining you here on ACAA.tv or on the Mounties YouTube stream, wherever you're joining us. This is a big one for your Mounties, a big one for Kings too. They won their last game, their first game of the year, and they're looking to finish off the season with a 2-game win streak, but that would spoil the Mounties' plans of getting to third in the standings, which they covet right now. We'll talk about why here. If you weren't listening to us yesterday, don't get the gist, we'll fill you in, no problem. Mounties possession to start. Tilly popping a 3, Rainbow, no good. It's going to bounce out of bounds. Danielle Alexander was on the hunt for a rebound, and that's a story we'll be following this afternoon with 10 rebounds. Danielle Alexander will capture the rebounding title in the ACAA for the season. I dare say that's a big deal, to be a statistical leader in a good conference like this. Oh, and the block for Danielle. And Mount A takes possession back with Tilly hopping on it after the big Danielle Alexander block. And Danielle wants to shout out Dana Cameron Maxim Miller. She wants to know, she wants you guys to know she's thinking of you while she plays today. Oh, the beautiful move to set up Danielle. Gorgeous stuff there from Kate Fillmore, 2 feet in the paint and then handing it off to the third leading scorer in the league as well, Danielle Alexander. She got right to that right hand, and she is dangerous when she gets there. Kings now out top with Kay Raphael. She's got a pop against the buzzer. Offensive rebound, and getting the roll is Sydney Flora Kirsch. Mounties did about 23 seconds of good work on that possession, but didn't finish it with a defensive rebound. And Kings coming in with only one win, but they have played the Mounties tough as they played multiple teams tough this year. Nice cut from Tilly and the find from Danielle Alexander. Perfect timing on that cut from Tilly. One of our seniors on seniors night here in Sackville. We'll talk about our seniors as the game goes on. And Tilly, who's had a terrific year, an all-star year for the Mounties. Fillmore doesn't want the three. Gets it to Roberts. Roberts attacking a closeout. Can't get the lefty floater to go. And back comes Kings, and that's Carly Best. Sharing to Raphael. Raphael trying to take on Kate Fillmore. No can do. Fillmore with their typically great defense. And Kate Fillmore yesterday, the only point she got on the board was the winning one. She struggled from the floor yesterday, but she was her typical self on this end. Now, and she nails Carly Best on the block out. Familiar, being an ex-Trojan and an ex-Royal. Harrison Trimble and Riverview being rivals in Moncton. So they know each other very well. Tilly comes to the foul line. Back to Roberts. Roberts on the attack again. Oh, doesn't get the roll. Great move by the senior. And she's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. So Emma Roberts, one of our seniors we're honoring. In between games, they'll honor both the girls and guys. Had a terrific year. Second in the conference in three-point percentage at almost 39%. Makes 70% of her free throws. Over 4 boards a game, almost 5 assists a game. Just one of those, not going to be an all-star, but one of those indispensable players who's just solid at everything. Makes a shot, rebounds, shares it, defends. Good defensive possession again. There's rebound number 1. There goes the count. She needs 9 more. Roberts on the run out and the finish on the beautiful kick ahead from Tilly, and the Mounties off and running 8-2. And Zoe Mumbercat onto the floor for King. She couldn't get rid of it. Lefty 3 over there from Flora Kirsch. No good. Run down in the corner. Looks to me like they're going to discuss it, I think, are they? Did they call it King's ball?
Yeah, King's player knocked it back off Fillmore.
Fillmore. That's what it looked like to me. I didn't see anybody give a signal.
Yeah, Fillmore was trying to block that one off just to trying to keep the Kings players away from it.
Yep.
And
good hustle.
Almost succeeded.
Yeah. No, good hustle from Kings. New possession. Oh, good offense, good defense, but at the last second, trying to block a shot that wasn't going to be blocked. And Kai Raphael is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Raphael, the leading scorer for Kings. So only McKenna McDonald, the only name on the Kings roster who's not in first or second year. So while there might be some roster turnover on Kings, I can't really give any seniors honorifics here, but Danielle Alexander just backing down on Madalena Webb. You just can't let her catch the ball going to her left, going over her left shoulder. And checking out for the Mounties, Matea Hansen, another one of our seniors. And checking in is Ava Godfrey, who was terrific yesterday. Probably our backup for player of the game yesterday to Danielle Alexander, who's 1 for 2 at the line. Good defense by the Mounties, but good find for Flora Kirsch, yeah. They've cut off Mumberket well, but that's just a team that works on that play. If she's got nowhere to go on that baseline, Kings knows right where to go to get open for her, make themselves available, and Flora Kirsch banged in a 3. Empty possession for the Mounties. Flora Kirsch now for the Blue Devils. Best. Long 3 there from Mumberket, who can shoot it. No good, though. Rebounded by Godfrey. And Roberts finds Fillmore. She waits. There's Alexander looking for the post-up. She has to go over her left shoulder this time. No good. Tries to get the offensive rebound. And she's angry that she didn't get a call there. I thought that was pretty good defense. Speaking of good defense, nicely done by Roberts there on Raphael, who's a load going to her left. She is tough to stop moving that direction. Now Raphael again operating at the free throw line, just gets up a wild one, and there's rebound number 2 for Alexander. I'm counting in case anybody misses anything. Oh, Fillmore with the hezzy and the go, can't finish. And there was, that was Godfrey in there battling for that rebound, but knocked it out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Kings College Blue Devils. Alexander going to check out. And you saw the difference on those 2 possessions. If you could force her to go over her right shoulder, she's just not as good. But going over her left, boy, forget it. She's made a living on that for 4 years in this conference. Good hands in there by Godfrey to knock that away, but run down in the corner nicely by Best. But then tied up, Sadie Bowen new onto the floor for the Mounties, tying up Best. It's going to stay with Kings. So Mounties, winners of 7 in a row coming into this game. The second hottest team in the conference to the team. Oh, popping a 3 at the buzzer was Mumberket. Couldn't get it to go. Great box out by Godfrey. Oh, the gorgeous pass inside from Fillmore to Bowen. Good wall-up defense inside there by multiple Kings players, including Webb. Just didn't let her get that shot up. A gorgeous feed from Fillmore. Oh, that I think got knocked out off of Kate's head. It did, yeah. She had the box out nailed. But good effort from Mumberket to knock it out off of Fillmore's head. Roberts checking out. And Nora Miller checking in for the Mounties. So winners of 7 in a row, and not an easy schedule in those 7 wins either, Mount A. Really making themselves into a team nobody wants to play come playoff time. I mean, obviously Stu winners of 17 in a row, but how about that? Ava Godfrey, or pardon me, I did it again. Oh my God, I look up, I can't figure out who's who. Grace Tilley, knocking in a 3. Grace has the ponytail, Ava has the bun. My old white eyes, again, failing me. Miller, skying in for the rebound, but knocked away. Recovering that was Webb. She went up with a lefty runner, no good. Comes up short. That's part of what makes Mount A so dangerous. They got 2 of the top 5 3-point shooters in the league in Roberts and Tillig. They've got twin and maybe even a trio of big people if you count Miller, because she can use her size so effectively down inside. As back rimming a 3 there is Fillmore. But Coach Tom Scabar loves to use his bigs and loves to use them together. Didn't start them together today, partly due to seniors night probably. But I think when the games are important, you're going to see the 2 bigs play together. The high-low stuff that Tom Scabar loves with bigs and runs so well is really effective, but having some really good seniors in the form of Tilly and Roberts and Hanson and Alexander, having 4 good seniors, a heady point guard in Fillmore, one of the best point guards in the league, who's just not going to hurt you, even on nights. Proof in the pudding is last night. Couldn't score the ball, but was doing everything else for her team. Really good defense, probably the second best defense in the league next to Stu. So I'm excited about the playoffs for these girls, really. I think they're a big threat to Stu and to the Mount ahead of them in the standings. So looking inside, yeah, I didn't fake that one to make it that time, did Tilly, and she got it knocked away. Oh yeah, nicely done by Miller. I don't think Mount A quite had, yeah, they didn't have their matchups there, so there was an opening, a big opening to go through for Flora Kirsch, but Miller closed it up fast and forced a tie-up. Into the floor, onto the floor now for the Mounties as well. Sarah Mallard, her numbers won't pop out to you yesterday, but she was indispensable in that victory yesterday. Oh, beautiful look inside from Godfrey, another Miss Bunny. Mounties, the last couple of games, that's been a sore spot. They've gotten the ball, not just the bigs, the guards too have had opportunities at the rim that have gone wasted. Mallard, Bowen, crossover, nice move from Sadie. She's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Natasha Langell into the game for Kings. Couldn't contain Sadie off the bounce, and she's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. But again, the stat of the year in this league is the stingy defense of Stu. I said nobody's got a claim to the best defense besides Stu. That's just not a thing. After today, there's not going to be, they're going to have, in an 18-game season in a 7-team league, they're going to have given up 200 fewer points than anybody else over 18 games. That's just an insane figure. They've given up 45 points a game, and it goes down to 42 if you take away the first game of the year that they lost to the Mount and gave up 65. So 42 points a game they've given up on a 17-game win streak. But if you can catch them on a night where they're not shooting the ball well, because they're also a pretty decent three-point shooting team, but if you can catch them on, and you got to hope Paige LeBlanc's the one that's cold. If Paige LeBlanc's cold, you can score the ball a little bit, score a little bit above the average that they give up, then you got a shot. They're just so stingy defensively. Lots of hands on the ball there from Kings. Mount A working the ball around. Mallard gets into the paint, gets it blocked. Beautiful work there by Flora Kirsch. (13-7) as we approach the 32nd mark of the first quarter here from Sackville, New Brunswick. Dave Tingley on the call from you on ACA.TV is Carly Best. Good, better, best out of Carly. Banks in a 3. No pictures on the score sheets. They all count. Sadie, double team, gets rid of it. Oh yeah, that's going to be a little too physical there by Rita McCormick. New onto the floor for Kings, riding Ava Godfrey out of bounds. I got it right that time. Godfrey on the catch. She's going to pop a 3. It's good! Big 3 from Ava Godfrey, pushing the lead to 6. Kings, I don't know if they realize how little time they've got left. 3, 2, 1, yeah. Langell did, but it was too late. She tried to step into a 3 and got it blocked. And we go to the first quarter break with Mount A. Not a great quarter, certainly on the offensive end, but they've got the lead, which is all that counts, 16-10. So we'll run through the scenario of why this is so important for Mount A. if they win this game and clinch third, they travel to the Mount next weekend for league playoffs. They avoid that matchup with Stu until the final. And doubly the reason that that's so important is they seem to have the Mount's number right now. They've won a couple of games in a row against the Mount. The Mount have lost, I think, is it 4 in a row heading into the playoffs? So they're not playing their best right now. Now that's lost 3 in a row, pardon me, has the Mount going into the playoffs. So does that mean anything in the playoff? I mean, maybe, maybe not. But all you're asking for is the best pathway to a championship. And I think right now the Mount in the semis and getting waiting as long as you can to play those Tommies, I think is your best path to the championship for sure. So we'll thank our sponsors real quick at the end of this timeout. Mandy's Women's Basketball would like to thank our gracious sponsors for the support in making this season possible. Our gold level sponsors, Harrison's Home Hardware and Amherst. Garnet level sponsors, Laffer Properties, Lacey Fisher Realty, Fenner's Place, Chirps Bar, and Russell Metals. Mounties Women's Basketball is proud to be partnered with these local businesses in the spirit of community engagement. And as always, the webcast is powered by Sports Canada TV, and Ian Allen and I will be selecting the Chirps Bar Player of the Game at the end of the game, which we could have renamed the Grace Tilley Player of the Game. Chirps Bar, Grace Tilley Player of the Game at some point this year. But last night, Danielle Alexander with her 19 boards, with which she wrestled back first place in the rebounding standings, but has to, in order to maintain it, needs 10 boards tonight. And she's got 2 in the first quarter. But shout out to the lady that's currently Ainsley Green, who's had a terrific year for SJ. One of the leading scorers and rebounders in the league. Good defense in there by Alexander, who's back in. Gets it knocked away by Flora Kirsch, but recovers. Fillmore now pushes to Roberts. Addie Albert onto the floor for the Mounties as well. There's Alexander, has it knocked away by Best. Carly Best running away from her Riverview High teammate. Addie Albert knocked it away from behind, but recovered. Just kind of bounced its way to Kai Raphael. She missed the 3, and back come the Mounties. Looking inside for Alexander again. She hands it back to Albert. Albert on the drive, and the floater, a little too strong, and Best collects the rebound, and she's going to push. Finds Alyssa Wenzel. No can do, and back come the Mounties. Looks like Kings is going to play all their people. Oh, nicely done by Best, stepping in and picking that pass off. She looks around how many numbers she's got with her. She makes the smart pass for the finish. Grace Doiron running the floor nicely and got a nice little layoff pass from Best. Really heady play from Best. Knew she didn't have numbers, waited for the right person to catch up. Fillmore, boy, looks like she got hit. Danielle Alexander certainly did. I think Kate was just saying, hey, Danielle needs another rebound. I'm here to help her out. She knew Danielle would be there to snag that one. She's going to the line. So kind of like the Mounties guys yesterday. It wasn't necessarily a bad start, just kind of scuffling. Not smooth, not easy, not flowing offensively like they normally do. Missed some shots, but all that counts is the victory today. Having more points than the other team is all that matters from now till the end of the year. Nicely done by Roberts, batting that ball to the corner. And Albert, beautiful penetration, 1-2 to the corner, gorgeous! Starting with Addie Albert getting 2 feet in the paint, finding Roberts. Roberts, no hesitation to the corner to Tilley for the 3. Oh, the unorthodox. I hate playing against lefties. They're so hard to play against. Flora Kirsch, kind of that awkward push shot. Awkward for me, not for her. She's got it down. That push shot goes. And now Tom Scabar wants to chat about it. So I'm disappointed you haven't come in with your Ian Allen volleyball corner here yet, Ian. It's
Well, I
Mounties.
was waiting for this little break.
All right,
Next little break we go.
Tell the people what we're dealing with here. Tell the people.
After 3 sets, UNBSJ is leading 2-1. We're going to the fourth. St. John won that first set. Trying to remember scores off the top of my head at the moment, but here I am getting text messages from Steve Ridlington about the match that I'm watching on my phone. St. John won the first one, probably 5 or 6 points. Mount A won the second one by, again, 5 or 6 points. And the last one was, this third one, I think it was 25-19.
Okay.
For St. John. Got
them right where they want them. Yesterday they were down 2-0 in the semis. So what we're talking about, fans, is for all of you, and I'm sure you Kings fans are really entertained by this. Mount A girls volleyball team is playing in the ACAA final today for the right to go to nationals. So we are monitoring that as well. So just go get some peanuts or a drink when we're discussing volleyball in your ears. So out of that timeout. Again, the message would be, guys, you're not playing bad. There's no smoothness to this. Nicely done by Alexander, just planting her feet. And Grace Dwyer, it's not easy. Danielle I've said it before, she's the best athlete in this league. And it's easier said than done. Oh, nice pop for Tilly. Banging in another 3. Grace on Seniors Day showing off. Back-to-back 3s, and the lead is back to 9 for the Mounties. Best being watched by Fillmore. Fillmore passed off to Dwaron. Dwaron passed off to Alexander. This switching Mounties defense causing problems for Kings. Now, can they finish with an offensive rebound? They can't, but Dwaron couldn't squeeze it and found double A. Trying to save it in bounds. Fillmore. Roberts now. Addie Albert. Swings to Tilly. Tilly with the find to Roberts. Roberts attacks that closeout. Back to Tilly for another one. Short. Albert saves it, but it would have been a shot clock violation if she hadn't. Best on the run. 3-point from the wing. Raphael. There's Alexander with another board. She pushes to Tilly. Tilly misses, tries to collect. It's going to be out off of Kirsch, I think. Yeah, Flora Kirsch was the last one to touch it. So good hustle from Tilly off her own miss there. Mount A's got another possession. Fillmore looking inside. No, going to go out in the wing. Right decision. Emma Roberts. Splash from distance. And a barrage of 3s now has thrust the Mounties into a 12-point lead here. Carly Best trying to go on Fillmore, no can do. Overloaded on one side is Kings, not a lot of movement, but Alexander can't corral that rebound off a Raphael miss. Mumberket back in, as is Renee Thibault for Kings. Stuck 12 here into Dwaron. She's going to pop the baseline jumper. That's no good long. There's Fillmore. Yeah, nice kick ahead pass to Roberts. Beautiful dime drop from Kate Fillmore. A running Roberts, and the lead is 14. All of a sudden, the Mounties doubling up on Kings, and that timeout of Tom Scavars yielded some good results, I'd say, Ian Allen.
Definitely. The Mounties have stepped up the pressure considerably, both ends of the court, finishing really well offensively. Definitely cleaner than yesterday, but also not facing that stifling defense that Mount has.
Yeah, I think the message going into today was, guys, like, obviously, Kings isn't a pushover here, so we've got to play well to win. They're probably, they're about as good a one-win team at this point as you can get.
Yeah.
They've been in games. Like, remind me a lot of the last UMBSJ team at Peter Vincent's. They were trending up, right? They went winless that year, and they held leads in 8 games in the final minute and lost every single one of them. Kings hasn't quite been snake bitten like that, but they've been in so many games. So you can't take them as a pushover, but you got to have confidence. Okay, we know we're gonna win this game. Like, we're better, we're gonna win. But you don't want to win 53-49, shooting the ball. You want to go in. It's all about, we talked about it yesterday, vibes. You want to go in the playoff with some vibes, right? So a big win here, playing well on both ends. You know, turn up the confidence even higher here, going in with 8 straight into the playoffs. I think this is going to be, it's important to play at the level they've played at here in this quarter for the whole game, because this is the level you're going to need to play at to beat the Mount and Stu in back-to-back games next weekend. Straight line drive there from Mumberket. Albert was right with her, but Mumberket did a good job extending. James Harden style, making Albert reach for that. So Mumberket misses the first free throw. Up and in with the second. Grace Tilley ahead of the field. Cuts to the foul line now. Swings to Fillmore. Fillmore, can she get going? No, but she's run over at the three-point line by McKenna McDonald. And Fillmore going to go to the line for 3. This is what I'd like to see the rest of the game, is Fillmore see some shots go in. Whether it's the line or anywhere else, it's not like they need her to score the ball at 15, 20 points a game to win games. They don't need her for that. But you'd like to see her get some confidence in that shot. She just struggled yesterday, 0 for 3 to start the game today from the field. Three for 3 at the line. There you go, Kate. The great thing about Fillmore is you know what she's going to give you, and it's going to be terrific stuff at this end, along with terrific care of the ball at the other. Anything else she gives you is a bonus, but you're going to need some bonuses against the Mount and Stu. Against the clock. Oh, yeah, forcing it up was Mumberket, but she's doing a good job putting her head down and creating contact right now. Zoe Mumberket. And I think if I'm Tom Scabar, what I'm saying is, look, guys, she's putting her head down. She's getting there, but keep your hands out wide. Don't reach. Make her make a difficult one. Or make her kick it out. But don't swipe down at it once she gets you in there. Oh, nice box out from Addie Albert on her old high school team. No, pardon me. That's not Carly Best. That is Chloe Goucher into the game, pardon me, for Kings. Getting out of the high post there from the trees was Tilly. Swings to Fillmore. Fillmore. She gets 2 feet in the paint and gets a floater to go. There you go. Kate off the schneid a little bit. Lovely move from Fillmore. And the lead now 18 for the Mounties. Nicole Jenkins going to check in at the next whistle. Sadie Boeing watching Webb tightly there at the, and a 2 up and in for, I looked down at my page. I hate when I do that. I looked down at my page. I didn't see who scored that one, fan, sorry. It's the problem with a one-man booth sometimes when your second man is also the technical guy. You don't notice everything. Rebound nicely there by Flora Kirsch. King's going to push. There's been so many lineup changes here. Everybody's playing today, especially for Kings. I'm trying to go, wait a second, who's on the floor now? All right, let's reset here so your friendly neighborhood announcer knows what the heck he's talking about here. So we've got Renee Thibault and Chloe Goucher and Flora Kirsch and Mumberket and Webb, the 5 for Kings. Good hands there from Flora Kirsch. Mumberket trying to get downhill again. She's going to get another foul call. Boy, she's causing problems right now for this Mountie defense. Nicole Jenkins on the foul. Oh, no, pardon me. That's going to be Sadie Bowen on the foul that time. Oh, no, it is Nicole Jenkins. I was right the first time. They just hadn't changed it on the clock. Nicole, a good-looking freshman from KV. She's going to be one of these next, when these 4 seniors leave, she's going to be one of the ones we're looking for to really pick up her game in her second year. Nice box out. Rip that time from Bella Taylor onto the floor now for the Mounties. Jenkins shares back to Fillmore. Tilly pulls up, finds Jenkins at the three-point line. She doesn't want the three-point shot. She spins and gets it back. Oh, boy, lovely stuff. Jenkins spinning off that box-out attempt of Chloe Goucher. That was really nice work by Jenkins that whole possession. She's not a really prolific three-point shooter. She had an open one, but instead she put the ball on the floor, found her teammate who is a terrific three-point shooter, and then got the rebound off the miss. But that was really nice work inside on the cut by Tebow. And the perfect delivery where only she could catch it. Oh, good look inside. Jenkins kicks it back out, though. Doesn't like what she had. Tilly against the shot clock. Gets it up on the glass with 2 left. No good. Jenkins couldn't corral the rebound. It was Goucher that could. And Flora Kirsch now. She gets 2 feet in the paint, and the scoop shot, a difficult one. Gotta hate lefties. They got all that stuff in their bag that righties just don't have for some reason.
It's the same thing. It's just the other direction than the righties are used to.
I know. I don't get it. But they just got that stuff in their bag. And Sadie Bowen missed another bunny. Sadie's had that problem the last couple of games this weekend. She's missed some bunnies. There's a bunny inside. Hard work from Tebow. The lead back down to 12 here. Kings not going away. Tilly. Back to Fillmore. Taylor back to Tilly, attacking a bad closeout. No good. There's Bowen inside. She's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. All right, let's see if seeing some free throws go through helps Sadie, kind of like they did Fillmore. Fillmore's going to check out, as is Tilly. Coming back in is Matea Hansen and Emma Roberts, joining Jenkins and Taylor, along with Sadie Bowen, who knocks in the first at the free throw line. Alexander's going to check back in here at the next opportunity, probably for the shooter. In fact, it must be for the shooter. And it is. Sadie, 2 for 2 at the line. Love to see that. Back in comes Alexander. 1:34 clock running, second quarter here. Mounties looking to secure the 3rd spot in the playoffs. Oh, the turnaround. Nicely done there from Langell, but she couldn't get it to go. Mounties have a chance to push that lead out again. Hansen down low to Alexander. Beautiful cut. Jenkins! And 1 from the Rook. Beautiful cut and fine. And this is what I'm talking about, the big-to-big stuff that Coach Tom Scabar is so good at coaching. He's had this run of bigs. And Nicole Jenkins next in line to be that for Mount A. Couldn't complete the 3-point play. Nice rebound there by Langell. And it's going to be Rita McCormick running the point. Gets it over to Dwaron, who shares with Langell. Back to Dwaron. One-sided here. Mounties are keeping them. Good defense there by Jenkins. Really good defensive possession by the Mounties. Can they secure the board? They can. And the kick-out pass, and the Mounties able to run out. Boy, nice look. Really good passing play from the Mounties. Thought a couple of times they were being a little ambitious. That outlet pass to Hansen, but she corralled it. And then the kick-ahead pass to... That was to Oh, I think that was Roberts on the catch, pardon me, who got it back to Alexander, who was fouled and goes to the line. Alexander makes the first. I want to see her have a good day shooting from the line today to give her some confidence. That's going to be huge next weekend. Her making 2 for 2 at the line. That's big for Alexander. And she is at 6 rebounds, fans, just in case you're wondering, for the afternoon right now. Needs 4 more to clinch the rebounding title. Oh, nicely done there by Tilly, sliding over and getting in the way of Langell, who made a nice backdoor cut. But there was Grace Tilly shutting it down, forcing a jump ball. And back to the Mounties. Ella Taylor to Jenkins to Taylor with 10 on the clock. Taylor, oh, beautiful look to Alexander. She can't finish. There's Jenkins. And 0.4 of a second on the clock. Mounties are going to have to tip it in. It's going to be Tilly with a hard cut. Yeah, clock's going to run out on the Mounties' first half, but a successful one for the Mounties, seeking third place in the standings. And they are well on their way to doing that. So 41-23 the score at halftime. And a good first half for your Mounties. As we look at the stats, shooting almost 40% from the field. They've made half their threes. 75% of their free throws. They've only turned it over 5 times. They've forced 7 turnovers for the Blue Devils, who have only shot 25% from the field and 11%, 2 for 18 from 3 on the first half. So a good job defensively from the Mounties. Probably looking to get a little better flow offensively, but it was much better in the second quarter, I think, than the first. So all in all, mission accomplished so far for these Mounties. They got 20 more minutes to smooth some things out as they head into playoffs. We'll see you back here in 14 and a half.
Go.
And we're back, fans, for the second half of our doubleheader here from Sackville, New Brunswick, the campus of Mount Allison University on ACAA.tv or the Mounties Facebook, whatever, YouTube page, wherever you're listening to us.
It would be the our YouTube channel is MTA Mounties-ACAA. And that's all. You can also shout out to us on the chat. Which Jerry Mumford, let's go Mounties. Congrats to all the graduating seniors. Not surprised. His daughter Jill, who is a recent grad, is also here in the stands today.
Yes, she is. One of my favorite Mounties of all time. Boys or girls. My time or anybody else's. Good defensive possession to start for the Mounties and Grace Tilley. Straight line drive, and the lead is 20. And the Mounties look focused here out of the halftime break. Exactly what you want. Let's carry over what's been a terrific run here for them of late. Carry that over into the playoffs next weekend at the Mount. So your halftime leading scores, Grace Tilley with 11. Emma Roberts, great first half for her. 2 for 2 from 3, 3 for 4 overall for 9 points, 4 rebounds. And, of course, Danielle Alexander, 6 and 6. Full rebounds away from the rebounding title, which I probably care about more than anybody else. I just think it's cool to have somebody leading the league, and it's good to have a leading the league in a stat of any kind. Look at her. She battles. That's the reason she's going to lead the league in rebounds, potentially. She battles for every rebound against everybody. Nice setup for Flora Kirsch. Baseline jumper doesn't go. Gets her own rebound, though, in the second attempt. Up and in by that annoyingly good lefty, Sydney Flora Kirsch. I haven't played with enough lefties. That's my problem. They've always been the bane of my existence because I had to play against them. Oh, nice ball movement from the Mounties. That was beautiful. A lot of teams, when they hear that countdown start, panic sets in, right? Okay, I got to take the next open shot. Mountie is always really good. I'm always impressed every game. Even 6-5-4, they make the extra pass because they're not panicked. They know exactly how much time they got left. And Emma Roberts was a prime example there. A lot of times, 5-4, you get the ball in your hands, you're going to pop that three. She knew she had 3 seconds to get it to Alexander for her to get one up. 2 shots at the line for Danielle, 2 for 2. She's made her last 4. I'm loving it out of Danielle today. Nicely done meeting Carly Best off of that screen. Oh, really nice look inside by Best. Can't finish on the other side. Can Flora Kirsch that time. And knocked it out of bounds. That's actually a good knock out of bounds by Fillmore. Because it looked like Alyssa Wenzel had designs on that. 2 for Kings, though, and the lead back down to 18. Matea Hansen to Roberts. Roberts gets it knocked away. Back to Hansen. Good swing to Fillmore. Fillmore on the attack with that left hand. Oh, knocked away. Nice, good hands from Dwaron, but Mountie recovered. Wide open 3 from the corner. No good. Alexander couldn't collect that rebound. That's going to be probably a shot clock violation. Yeah, and I fully agree with Kings coach Chris Holland. That was a clear push by Danielle going for that offensive rebound. So he's got my support, full-throated support. I think he's got Tom Scabar's too. He looked at Tom and was like, "You get what I'm saying?" And Tom was like, "Yeah, I kind of do."
And speaking of support, our home team, our Mountie women's volleyball team, is in that final against UMBSJ. They wound up coming back. They were down 5
I told you.
Midway through the
They
fourth
had
set.
them where they
won
wanted
that
them.
fourth set 25-23 and are up 4-1 in that
told
fifth
you.
set to 15 points.
I told you, and that was Ian Allen's volleyball corner. Brought to you by, we don't have a sponsor for that yet? Check that, never mind. Oh,
Mount Allison
Grace
Athletics.
Tilly. Setting her feet and banging another one through from distance. Best needs Wenzel's release there on that. Another screen and roll shut down. Look at Alexander out there hedging every screen. Best finds Raphael towards the end of the shot clock buzzer. They can't corral the rebound, though, can Mount A. That time, Alexander can for rebound number 7. Fillmore, beautiful layoff. 2 more for guess who? Grace Tilly. Today might be a day. Already looking ahead to our Chirp Spire player of the game. As the 3 from distance missed by Best, the box out by Tilly. Today would be a day normally, if it wasn't Seniors Day, where I'd be tempted to give it to somebody like Fillmore. But if Tilly keeps going like this on Seniors Day, you gotta, what are you gonna do? She's having a whale of a game. Best ahead of the field. Tries to turn around. There's Alexander picking that pass off. Roberts now. Smart push to Fillmore. Fillmore, 2 feet in the paint. Finds Hansen. Good swing. Oh, lovely ball movement from the Mounties. Alexander! And 1! Sharing is caring, Ian Allen. That was lovely pass after lovely pass. 3 straight Mounties gave up a good one to get a great one. And Alexander trying to pay it off at the line with a 3-point play. She's made her last 4 free throws. And if you wonder why I'm harping on that, fans, it's because she gets to the line. I haven't looked at the stats, but I know it's top 5 in the league at getting to the line. But she's not made her free throws. Now she might have nudged herself back over 50% on the year with the 5 for 5. She's hovered around that mark all year. But when they're going down, I mean, forget about it. And they are going down for her today. The drive from Dwaron, and just couldn't keep her hands out of there. Could Roberts. And Mallard checks in along with Godfrey. But it's the play of Mounties. Like, we knew what we were going to get from Grace Tilly and Danielle Alexander and Emma Roberts and Kate Fillmore. It's the play of the others with my asterisks up, like Godfrey and Mallard the last couple days, and Nicole Jenkins. Like, these types of developments from these types of players is what makes Mount A scary next weekend at playoffs for anybody right now, I think. Fillmore, nice one. Oh, tried to leave it for Alexander, but just kind of got it at her knees a little too much. Turnover back to UKC, and there's Fillmore out there on the reach in. Taps her chest, my bad. An unnecessary one for Kate. So only her first. Oh, look at the defense from Alexander. Back to Tilly. When Danielle plays this hard, and it's not that she doesn't, there's times when she doesn't play hard, but when she plays this hard and this under control, I mean, give me a better player in the league. She is an absolute train wreck waiting to happen. She blows up everything you do. Defensively, she's a wrecker. She gets every rebound, 19 yesterday. 3 for Mallard, up and good. Sarah Mallard. Terrific minutes for the Mounties this weekend. And getting in the way of each other out there, I think Mumbercat was looking for a handoff. Or maybe the other way around. I'm not sure who was looking for the handoff there. But a little careless turnover, and back to the Mounties. Inside to Bowen. Smart pass out of the double team by Bowen, and there is Godfrey attacking the hoop. And she's been really, really good, has Ava Godfrey, especially the last half of the year. She's been like Tilly Jr. here for the Mounties. First one good at the line. And that's not even counting. I haven't even mentioned Nora Miller, who's capable. I mean, any given game, she can knock 5 threes down for you from the corner. And she's physical and big. Rebounds for you. So, like, there's the depth of the Mounties wasn't showing early in the year. They just weren't playing consistently the way you knew they had in them. And this is really the best of what the Mounties can be. And they're really looking good for next week. And that was a missed opportunity. Nice crash on the weak side there. That was Renee Tebow keeping it alive for the Blue Devils. Popping a 3 and making it. Whew. Okay. Beautiful with a hand in her face, Tebow. That wasn't an easy one. Take it from a guy who likes to shoot the ball a lot. That's not an easy one right there. Godfrey, nice find to Fillmore. The one more to the corner, wide open, no good. Crashing the glass was Godfrey off the miss from Mallard. Good shot, though. Wide open, in and out. Good ball movement. Bowen watching Mumberket. Passes her off to Mallard. Finds its way all the way over. An advantageous bounce for the Blue Devils to Grace Duaron, but she took full opportunity. Banged in a 3 and the lead down to 24. Bowen has position. Godfrey doesn't give it to her. Nice attack of that close-up. She comes up a little short, but keeps it alive to Bowen. Bowen, yeah, she's going to call for the travel. That's the right call. Just couldn't get that ball above her head. Good hands in there from Tebow. Making her forcing the turnover. 2:55 clock run in the third quarter. Mount A women looking to secure third place in the ACAA standings. Lumbercat going baseline on Mallard, met by Miller. That's going to count. Yeah, that's a lovely. It's a lovely play by Mumbercat. She took the physical bumps from 2 Mounties. Just shed them. So she's been a problem off the bounce here as Mumbercat completes the 3-point play. The lead down to 21. Baseline to Bowen. Back out to Miller. Miller on the bounce, gets to the paint. Oh, just can't finish. Good move by Miller. Just couldn't pay it off. Ahead of the field is Duaron. Duaron's going to attack Kate Fillmore. And yeah, that was kind of awkward for Duaron coming back in bounds. She could have let it bounce one more time in bounds and tried to snag it, but it was just kind of awkward. Your brain doesn't always think that fast in that situation. She could have boxed out the Mountie next to her and then let it bounce in bounds and then snagged it, but it's tough when things happen that quick to think that fast. Duaron, nice cut from Mallard. Duaron just can't get it to her, though. I like the idea. It was a nice, but I don't think Sadie quite had 2 hands on it the way she needed to make the pass she wanted to there. So good idea, though. Alexander's going to check in and replace her. Double A in as well for the Mounties, Addie Albert. Oh, Alexander with another steal. She leaves it for Addie, but that was a tough catch, yeah. Good run for Albert, good lane fill. That's just going to be a tough catch with Blue Devils chasing her down from behind, getting hands on it. But it's a good push. You take that chance if you can. Albert out there watching Duaron. Passed off to Webb. Mumberket now. Steps back and launches a three. Side rims it, and there's another rebound for Alexander. I'll just give you the number on that in a second. Good drive. Oh, nice defense. Hands from Mumberket to rip it away. And Alexander. Have a game, Danielle. The two biggest, most important seniors on the floor for this team having themselves a game. Alexander, another rebound. That might be your 10th. That might have been the one that gets it. Mount A cares more about the score, and that's two more on the board for Tilly. And the lead pushed back to 25. Maybe that was the 9th rebound by Alexander. We'll see. She got a full quarter to get number 10. If that's not the case, yeah, that's number 9 for Danielle. So she's tied for the lead in the league in rebounding. She's got 13 points in the night. Tilly, that last lay-in, pushed her to 21 on the night. Mumberket on the foul, and Tilly at the line for 2 free throws, where she's 1 for 1 on the night. Alexander 7 for 9 from the line. And Tilly shot that and then went, what did I just do? It was the worst free throw I've ever shot. Up and in, that's better. Up and in for the second one. We'll just forget that first one ever happened. I don't know what that was. Coming to the foul line on the catches. McCormick. Looking for McCormick inside, and the steal by Double A. Double A on the push. Wisely slows it down. Mallard and Miller played catch and got it back to Tilly. Now Tilly, 10 on the clock. Mallard trying to get it to Miller. At the last second, I think Miller relocated, and Mallard tried to not throw it. It just kind of bounced out of her hands off of a Blue Devil out of bounds. So they're going to have 6 seconds here, 5.9. Tilly coming around, wide open from 3. Lovely. Oh, in and out. Rebounded by Mumberket at the buzzer. Getting one up is Rita McCormick. No good. 63-37 for your Mounties as we go to the third quarter break. And again, Alexander needs a grand total of 1 rebound to take that rebounding crown in the ACAA. But more importantly, 10 minutes away from number 3 in the standings. Oh, and I meant to actually look and see what the matchups would be if that was the case, so we'll do that right now. So the Stu and the Mount would get a bye in the first round of the playoffs. Mount A would be matched up with Crandall in the first round, the 3-6 matchup, and Holland and UMBSJ, and that one's interesting. I think Mount A and Crandall, that'd be a big upset if Crandall's much improved this year. But I think that'd be a big upset. Winners of 8 in a row against Crandall. But SJ Holland, I don't know if that would be it would be an upset to be sure.
Yeah,
but I think
you got to be leaning in the direction of
Holland.
Holland, but
certainly. But
you can't put SJ out of that game.
They've been up and down. I mean, SJ's been up and down as well, but they've both kind of, they've had good games of bad, especially the second half of the season. Though they've won the last 2 going into the playoffs, so that's good for them. But they just kind of been up and down, so I definitely wouldn't count out SJ. But the matchups in the semifinals the next day should be Stu against Holland and Mount Allison against Mount St. Vincent, and Mount A's got to feel pretty good heading into that matchup would have to feel pretty good going into the matchup with Mount St. Vincent, and then the final against Stu. Like I say, if you catch Stu in a game where they're not shooting the 3 effectively, and you can win a game in the 50s, I think that's what I think that's the game plan you go into. And if you shoot the ball extraordinarily well, then great. But you've got to expect a game in the 50s with Stu. So it'll be interesting next weekend. And we'll get to the matchups on the guys' side, the playoffs are not decided on the guys' side at all. The win and you're in our next matchup after this fourth quarter on the girls' side, in which the Mount A girls are up 63-37 right now. Inside to Alexander. Alexander tries to find Jenkins. Just wasn't quite there. I like the look, and you see Coach Tom Scabar. And I think that too. Jenkins had her arm up in the air, like give it to me high, and Alexander looked to go low. That's the sort of thing where if you're looking to go big to big, really, or small to big, you got to look at where's the target that the big's given you, right? If they want the ball up high, then deliver it up high. If they got to go down to get it and they're not expecting it, that's when the mouse in the house comes into play, and you get turnovers like that. A long three from Raphael, who's been off today, the leading scorer for Kings. By my count, that I have her at 1 for 13. She's actually 1 for 11 now from the field. Only 5 points, no rebounds for Kai. Yeah, that's another shot clock issue. Nobody noticed until late in the clock.
We will take that moment just to step over, and right now Mount Allison is leading UNBSJ 14-11.
In the fifth?
In the fifth.
So
St. John is serving.
1 point away.
Yep. 11 serving 14 in that final set in set St. John.
Take some of the pain away from you sighing about the shot clock operation here.
Sorry about that. I apologize.
It was an audible sigh. I liked it. Oh, nice pass. At the buzzer, Alexander in and out. That was a nice setup from Hansen. They just couldn't get it to go. And then challenging of, yeah, that was a weird, it looked like clearly out off of Kings. Even the Kings player thought it was out off of Kings, but maybe our angle was bad over here. One of the refs came in and overturned the call. It's a good refereeing crew, so I'm not going to doubt him on this one. Best straight line drive around Jenkins. Boy, that was a tough finish over the outstretched arm of Nicole. She can D up, and Carly made a really solid move. Jenkins trying to go inside to Alexander. Alexander just wanted that ball. Wasn't going to be taken from her. They got 8 on the clock now. Albert on the penetration. Nice move from Addie Albert. Getting it to go with the left hand. Addie Albert's had good minutes today. The second-year guard from Riverview High. Speaking of Riverview High, Carly Best on a miss. No, nice rebound inside. Can't get it to go, though. Ken Langell. But she turns it over. Jenkins gets it to Tilly on the run. Well, she pulls it back to Alexander. Hansen back to Tilly. Tilly with the left hand. Kick out to Double A. 10 on the clock. Double A finds Jenkins. Little long on that jumper. There's the league. There's the rebounding lead for Alexander. A little wedgy off of the jumper, but that's rebound number 10. So Danielle Alexander, your ACAA rebounding champion for the year. I think Danielle could have gotten up there and knocked that ball off the rim personally.
And speaking of knocking things off, Mount Allison has repeated as the ACAA women's volleyball championships, beating UNBSJ Seawolves in a hard-fought 5-match
Are they jumping around?
set.
Are they jumping around? Good. Good to see Mounties jumping around in celebration. Langell can't get it to go. Kind of a wild bounce there. Oh, Best with another nice move. Baseline. Carly Best with a couple nice takes here early in the fourth. Jenkins to Hansen to Addie Albert. Oh, nice pass. Jenkins. Oh, good take. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Back to Albert. Good hustle from Nicole Jenkins. And from Alexander, too. Getting it back to Addie for the lay-in. Albert with 4 here in the fourth quarter. That's a better job by Jenkins cutting off Best. Raphael turns it over. There's Addie Albert again. Alexander rips it away. Gets it to Hansen. Jenkins plays catch with Hanson to double A. She's going to pop a three. A little long. There's Tilly trying to collect that rebound. No good. It's going to go back to Kings. Roberts back in, giving Tilly a break. Senior for senior. And a reminder, fans, in between games, we're going to have the seniors' presentations to both the girls and the guys. Always an emotional one for the coaches. Who cries first? The players or the coaches? My money's on Skabar crying first. I'm sure there's a line for that at one of the betting sites. Hanson to double A. 2 feet in the paint again. Good shot. Can't collect. Ken Alexander, and she goes down hard. I think she hit her head. She's getting up slowly, but she's back in the play. She's already got a sub coming. Good closeout. 4-on-5. The girls played pretty good defense. Matea Hanson harassing Raphael. She can't get anything off, and then she gets a steal on top. Matea Hanson. Terrific defense from her. Smart play offensively. She had 2 that had caught up to her. So she got it back to Roberts, and they're going to run something. Double A inside to Alexander. Turning that over that left shoulder. Forget it. Danielle Alexander lights out in her final regular season game in the McCormick Gymnasium. Terrific for her. Her and Tilly have really run the show here all game. Carly Best trying to get the 3 to go. Can't go. Run down in the corner by Flora Kirsch. Popping one again was Langell. And securing the rebound, Jenkins. Jenkins pushes to double A, but can't execute that pass. And stolen by, that was McKenna McDonald, for Kings. Best, a little fadeaway. There's another rebound for Alexander. She's pushing off on Langell. Langell with the grab. And they'll check out, and that might be the last minutes for Alexander. I think so, the way the team and the coaching staff is reacting. And the standing O from the former teammates up here that have come in for seniors night. Oh, nice inside there position for Bella Taylor. She didn't take advantage of it, though. Now they got 8 seconds left. Oh, nice ball movement. Beautiful. Can't get the 3 to go, though. Can Hanson. Back come the Blue Devils. Oh, boy. Nice finish from Mumberket. She's been a fiend, getting 2 feet in the paint, causing trouble for Mount A there. She hasn't gotten her 3-point shot to go today, 0 for 7. But she's been really good getting downhill. She's going to pop another from distance, though. No good. Rebounded by Taylor. Roberts shares with Godfrey. Back to Roberts. Inside, there's Sadie Bowen. She goes back over her left shoulder. No can do. She's going to get called for a reach in. Yeah. Good box out from Magdalena Webb. I always want to put a G in there, but big hand for senior Matea Hanson. The transfer from Crandall, who's done a terrific job. Lots of hugs over there on the sideline. Oh, good look inside. That was a pretty pass from Rita McCormick, but not able to finish his Kings. And back comes Mallard. Godfrey down to Bowen. Bowen going over that shoulder again. Good hands. It's going to be a tie-up. Mumberket down there digging in. And Sadie struggled. The last couple games, she's just struggled a little bit offensively. She's been really good on the defensive end, as always. Mumbercat going again and getting veered off her line. Yeah, I don't think Tom Scabar is happy with the foul call, but it really can't be avoided. Yeah, she's being directed away from the hoop, which is all you can ask from a defender, but they're getting caught with their hands in there, right? Their hands aren't out to the side, Ian. And as a former ref yourself, I'm sure you agree with me, that's a clear foul.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the ones you don't want to see as a coach, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, if you're angling her away from the hoop like that, that's good, but you can't keep your hands in here clutching her as well. You got to get your hands out, right? They're going to call it every single time. And the last senior to check out, Emma Roberts. Kate Fillmore going to check back in. So all four seniors now have had their moment. This game's gone about as well as I think Tom Scabar can ask for. Lots of good minutes from bench people to give them confidence. Good take from Godfrey. Oh, can't finish with the left. And a good push there from McCormick. Gathering was Tebow, avoiding a travel. Mumbercat popping a three. She's 0 for 9 now from out there. But again, she's been a fiend defensively, and she's gotten into the paint at will against the Mounties here at times. Oh, nice spin and finish from Bella Taylor. Gorgeous move from Bella. And the lead now 71-44 as we head under 2 minutes on the clock here on Seniors Day at Mount A. And a rebound by Taylor. She's going to push. And now's the time where we have to pick the Chirps player of the game. I don't know what I want to do with the player of the game, Ian Allen. It's obviously between two people. And does the tie go to who we didn't give it to yesterday?
That's a very good question.
15 and 12 for Danielle with 5 assists. She made 7 of her 9 shots at the line. Grace 22 and 3. I don't know, man. We gave it to Danielle yesterday. Let's give it to Grace today.
Sure.
But like, they both could have had it. It could have been Grace yesterday and Danielle today. It doesn't really matter. But they were both awesome. And a special shout out to Kate Fillmore. Only 1 for 6 to the line, 5 points. But man, this is a Kate Fillmore special. A game like this. Like, has she turned it over? I'm not sure she's even turned it over once. And yeah, she has. I remember the one, but I think it's only once. Oh, there you go, Sadie. I love that for Sadie. Collected a nice offensive rebound, a nice finish with the left hand. She's had a rough outing. Love that for her. There's Mumbercat getting downhill again, and she'll go to the line again. That one, I'd have been okay if it wasn't called, but also, Sarah was being pretty physical with her. So to the line for 2 more goes Mumbercat. And she's into double figures to lead Kings. 10.6 boards for her. 8 points each for Doiron and Flora Kirsch, who's also added 10 rebounds. So good outing for Sydney Flora Kirsch in her last game of the season. So the Kings will end the season 1-17, but like I said earlier, they've been in games, not this one, but they've been in other games with Mount Allison and other teams. And so the bottom of the league this year, that's where, people that say, the bottom of the league has taken a step forward. So next year, we're going to look for the Kings and the Crandalls and the UNBSJs to take another step forward, right? And try to get, all right, because all 3 of those teams have struggled to find wins the last several years. Crandall, a couple more wins than last year. SJ, same thing. Kings has been in games even though they've only won 1. So next year, you're going to want to see those teams take a little step up towards the Mount A's and the Hollands and the Stews and the Mounts of the league. So 18 seconds left now here. And on seniors night, the Mount Allison Mounties girls, they will go to 12-6 on the season, having won their last 8 games. And they're going to turn it over and give it to Kings. I'm not sure why. Nobody knows why. I can't tell why. Anybody know why? No? Okay, well, we'll just be a mystery. Now Kings, as Maddie was ready to dribble it out, but Kings now will run something here. Step back 3. Good. My goodness. Okay. That was worth it. Nice job, Renee Tebow. You've had a couple of those in the second half. But now your Maddies will dribble out a 73-49 win, pushing them to 12-6 on the season on a matchup with Crandall next weekend in the first round of the ACAA playoffs. And stay with us on the feed here, fans, because we're going to have on this feed.
Yeah, on this feed, we will have the senior presentations for both women's and men's teams.
And men's teams.
And then we'll switch over to the web stream for the men's game.
There you go. So you heard it here first. So congrats to the girls. A big finish to their season. One of the hottest, the second hottest team in the league, of course, after Stu. 17 straight wins. Congrats to them. Coach Fred Connors on a great season. We'll see them, the Mount Allison, Holland, UMBSJ, and Crandall next weekend. Playoffs down in Halifax. So enjoy the seniors presentation, fans, and we'll see you back here in about 25. We did our Chirps Player of the Game, right?
Okay, I missed the presentation part of that one.
We did our Chirps Player of the Game.
That's my fault.
That's okay. We don't have like a trophy we give it anybody.
No, we'll let Coach Gabar know, and he passes it along.
There you go. So Chirps Player of the Game is Grace Tilley. Congrats. See you back here in 25.
Okay, welcome everybody. First of all, I'd like to say a big thank you first to Kings for taking part in the ceremony with us. We appreciate you being here and support our seniors. And of course to all the friends and family of our athletes that are here today as well to help us celebrate and send off our seniors in style. We all know that basketball is a very long season, hours spent in practice on the road, and most importantly, the time that we have together as a team. And a lot of things need to happen behind the scenes in order for our team to be the best version of ourselves. So first, we're really lucky to have 3 graduating members of our team who have been essential to everything that we've done, even though they haven't got a single rep with us on the court. So we'd like to bring up our 2 trainers, Chris and Maeve, as well as our manager, Lauren. We'll start with Chris, who's one of our 2 student therapists. So she's also someone that's very busy in her other walks of life. She's the chair for orientation week. She's doing her honors thesis on algae and bacteria. And she's really the definition of someone who does it all. And she's been achieving these high standards all while being a TA for biology, campus life coordinator, a volunteer with Together Time, among a host of other activities, which clearly speak to her drive and dedication to excellence. We're extremely fortunate to have had Chris as part of our team. Her resume speaks for itself. I gave you, about a tenth of it. So there's a lot more that she's involved with as well, but her ability to balance all these commitments is really exceptional. She's left a significant impression on this institution as a whole in a variety of ways, and her shoes would be very tough to fill in a number of different capacities. But Chris is planning to pursue a career in physiotherapy, and we think she'd be an excellent candidate for that. We'll miss having her here, but wish her all the best in the future successes that we know are coming. Thank you, Chris. Okay, next we have Maeve, who's also been one of our student therapists for the past 2 years. She hasn't only been a part of our team at Mount A, she's also been a 4-year member of the Mount A women's soccer team. So she's balanced the demands of being a student athlete, and in doing so, it's a 3-time academic All-Canadian as well. So through this busy schedule, Maeve's always shown up for our team as well in many ways that we need. Her sense of humor has always provided entertainment, especially for herself. Yeah, you guys know. But she's been a huge supporter of our team and a huge supporter of every member of our team throughout her time involved with our program as well. Like all of us, there's been up and downs through time here in Mount A, and we want to make it clear to Maeve that she's always going to be a part of our team at Mount A. Even though I have seen her with my own eyes play basketball, she will always be one of us first and foremost. Mae is graduating with a bachelor's degree in biology with a minor in chemistry. She also plans on a career in physiotherapy, and we're happy for anybody who will have her as part of their team, because we're certainly miss her as part of ours. So, thank you, Mae. And last but not least, our student manager, Lauren. A little known fact that Lauren and I are actually twins. Born on the same day, just 17 years or so apart. But that's definitely helped us stay in sync over the course of the time with us. And if you're wondering how anything gets done around here, it's certainly not because of me, it's because we have Lauren behind the scenes. That's not just true on our team, but on campus as well. Lauren's a member of the MASU Entertainment Committee and Academic Mentorship Committee here at Mount A, so she's another one that has certainly devoted a lot of her time to improving everyone's experience here on campus. Lauren in particular has been my right-hand person for the last 2 years. She's never flinched when we've asked her to make a last-minute Gatorade run, to set up a team meal, to help with a recruit visit or stay on top of that never-ending pile of laundry. There's nothing particularly glamorous about the manager's position. If anyone can make it look glamorous, it is Lauren. But she has taken on every task with enthusiasm and with care. Lauren's graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Biology with minors in Chemistry and Psychology, and a certificate in Visual Literacy and Culture. She's looking to pursue a Bachelor of Education at Memorial. We're really going to miss Lauren's organization, support, and sideline energy. We wish her all the best in the future. Thank Okay, so we'll move on to our 3 graduating players. We're going to start with MTA Hansen. So MTA arrived here on campus 3 years ago as a transfer from Crandall at a time of significant change for our program. We had just lost 6 players for graduation. A new head coach was hired. And we were in the middle of a rebuilding process. But immediately she brought a sense of calmness, of reliability, and thoughtfulness that have been instrumental in establishing our revamped team identity. So aside from her jellycat action, Matea is really the definition of a no-frills type of person. She works incredibly hard in the gym and in the classroom, and sets a great example for her younger teammates in the process. On the court, she brings an understated toughness and a willingness to do the dirty work a team needs to be successful. MTA has been on the Dean's List and CCAA National Scholar each year she's been here, and will be graduating with a double major in biology and psychology. As I've gotten to know MTA over the years, I've come to truly value her honesty, her kindness, and her maturity. With her demeanor and her academic prowess, I have no doubt that she will go on to be successful in any path she chooses. Congratulations, MTA. Okay, we have Danielle Alexander next. After losing nearly a whole season to injury last year, Danielle's returned with a renewed focus and determination this year as a senior. A fierce competitor and a dominant athlete, Danielle's ability to make an impact on the court has never been in question. As she has grown up within the program, she's also managed to start channeling her intensity in a more constructive way. In fact, there have been times this year that I've had to do a double take to see just who it was delivering calm, rational words of wisdom to her teammates in the locker room. Calm and rational, not always words you would use to describe the early model of Danielle, but she's really a prime example of the growth that we see in our program, not just from a skill development perspective, but also in character. She's become a leader for us, both statistically and emotionally, and I'm extremely proud of how she's adjusted to this role. After 4 years on the Dean's List and as a National Scholar, Danielle will be graduating with an honors in biology, and next year she'll be pursuing an education degree at UNB. Congratulations, Dan. Okay, Emma, come on up. So Emma and Danielle arrived on campus 4 years ago as a recruiting class of 2, at a time when our team was loaded with veterans. In particular, Emma had a deep rotation of experienced guards ahead of her in the pecking order, and in her first year, she seemed content to put up her feet and wait her turn. I think it's fair to say that Emma comes from a family of competitors, so as time went on and those guards graduated, Emma got a taste for the minutes and the opportunity that afforded her. And since then, she's never looked back and has been invaluable to us at the point guard position. Emma had great role models ahead of her in the program, and crucially, she recognized that and worked diligently to emulate the qualities that she valued in them. Over the past 2 years in particular, Emma has positioned herself as both the velvet glove and the iron fist on our team. She's the first to put her arm around someone and check in with them if needed, but also the one that will dial up the urgency, and that is what required. On the court, she has great vision and understanding of the game, as represented by her leading assist total this year. The journey that Emma has been on to become the player and the person she is today has been remarkable, and I feel extremely fortunate that I've had a courtside seat for her. Congratulations, Emma.
Let them know what's going on. Let them know it's up and loose, just a touch. Okay. So are they lining up or? They're meeting
afternoon, everyone. My turn. Before I speak about our men's basketball seniors, I want to join in congratulating our women's basketball seniors one more time. Can we just do one more round? And as well, I want to acknowledge on the Kings side that Aiden McDonald is a graduating senior on the Kings side as well. So just round of applause. Can I have Josh Weinberg-Fillmore? So first up is our manager, Josh Weinberg-Fillmore. He's been with us for the last 2 years, and I can confidently say that he's the best manager that I've ever had in this program. In all seriousness, Josh is here every day, supporting us however we need and always making himself available for the guys. Anyone who's been part of a team before knows that all the little things add up. Each thing is important, and the job of a manager is no different. We could not operate anywhere near as efficiently without him, and he has always felt just as much a part of the team as anyone else. Josh, you will be missed, and there will be some important shoes to fill next year in your position. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay, we're going to do this one more time. Come on over, Jonas Monroe. And can we have Jonas's parents over as well? Come on right up. Jonas, I'll be honest, I did not think we'd get you back for another year. But needless to say, we've been very grateful to have you back. It's not common for someone to be recognized at 2 senior days, but if anyone deserves it, it's Jonas. His impact on the court goes without saying. Jonas is top 5 in the ACAA in rebounding, scoring, and threes made, while guarding the opposing team's best forward or wing most every game. We can rely on him to elevate our offense, do the little things, and make a tough shot at the end of the clock. Jonas has been an impact player for half a decade here, reaching the 1,000-point mark this season, and now retiring as a manager. Off the court, Jonas is a model student and a true character guy. Any program would be lucky to have him, and Mount A is better because he chose us. If Jonas's time spent with the Mounties has helped him half as much as it's helped us, he will be even more successful in life than he has been on the court. Thank you so much, and congratulations, Jonas.